Welcome back to the channel. Sunday morning once again, and I apologize for all the background noise of the wind of my squirrel cage there, but we are in the middle of a heat wave. It is 9:30 in the morning and it's already 85 degrees and muggy, so we're going to try to get done. Like to get the front axle pulled out of this today. Don't know how far we're going to get. It all depends on how much we want to sweat. So put you on some time lapse here. Well, I guess I should probably do an update. As you can see, the Jeep has been flipped around, and I've been slowly taking, got the front bumper off and some other odds and ends. And I want to clean everything off of here, clean everything off of here so I can work in these areas. So take all that stuff loose. Front axle's got to come out completely. And I did build a battery box back here, but nothing else has changed back in here. And I did build a doubler just for grins. Might put it in here. I haven't really decided yet. It was something I had a bunch of parts left over from a 231D that I took out for the wide chain to put into this one. And I had all the front parts left over. So I bought a couple of pieces of aluminum. Build doubler. Videos on that to watch if you like. Today's goal is to get this front axle out of here so I can start working on the front end, because it's mid-June and October's going to be here before long. I want to get this done. My goal here is to have this thing driving again Labor Day. Just because I have a local show I want to take this to as a kind of a test run, and that also gives me a couple of weeks after if there's something that doesn't work correctly that I can correct. So stick around, we'll get this axle out of here. Whew. Been about an hour or so to get this axle out. It was a lot of work for 5 minutes, cool off for 5 minutes, work for 5 minutes, cool off for 5 minutes. But we've got her out. Everything was taken out pretty cleanly. I mean, I did cut the uppers because frankly I'm not going to reuse them. Lowers are still attached. And somehow I need to, and one tire won't come off. It's got a stuck lug nut. So I got to figure out how to get this son of a gun out of my garage and out of my way. I got some reinforcements coming. We'll deal with that when we get there. This is what I've got left over on the inside here. A little crunchy, but not hateful. But I am not convinced I'm going to reuse any of this. I think I may take it all out. And what I mean by that, I mean all this right here and all this inner fender well section comes out. I'm going to keep this upper rail and a couple inches here. And it may dove it. And part of the reason I want to do that is I haven't got the title transferred on this yet. And it's an out-of-state vehicle, which means I got to have the VIN checked on it. And there you go, folks at the DMV. There's the untouched VIN, which will remain untouched. There's the data tag there, and then I don't know if they could be able to see, but there's the VIN on the dash. All the numbers match. Vehicle actually came out of Ohio, went to Kentucky, to Iowa, and then back to Ohio, but he never transferred the title, and therefore I've got an Iowa title for an Ohio Jeep. But no big deal. I just hadn't had the opportunity to take it to the DMV the day I bought it. Their inspection shut down, and I was an hour away from there when it closed. And then once I brought it in the garage, it was obvious this wasn't going to move until such time it was finished. So I've got pictures, video, everything to show the DMV when what this looked like when I purchased it. So when I roll up with a title that says I only spent a few $100 for it, and it looks like a brand new trail rig, I'm not going to question it. Like I said, I got all this video. They can watch any and all of it. I did not pay a fortune for this Jeep. Fortunate though that some work had been done to it. It's got a new water pump, new transmission lines. It does have a header. So unfortunately the AC was removed, but it does have the delete pulley. I'll pull what's left of the AC out of it. I'm not going to cut any of it. I don't know what's going to happen with this Jeep at the end all be all. I'm hoping nobody buys it for $7 grand at the end of the competition, provided I get in the competition. But it's a fairly nice Jeep. I mean, I'm not changing the driveline at all. This one's going to be sealed up, unlike the blue Jeep. So I might fix the AC. Another issue I want to deal with is that ABS. So this motor's got to come out of here, and the metering block and all the lines will have to be redone. I expected that anyway. Anything of this old, I mean, it's been cobbled back together, but I'll run new NICOP lines on it. So I want to make sure it's safe too. Anyways, we'll get this axle moved out of the way, and we'll rejoin you then.
1 hour later.
Come on. Oh, welcome back. I turned tunes off and the blower motor off here for a little bit so I can have a quick conversation with you all, show you what we're at. We've got the front axle out, it's moved outside. I got some wheel dolly set on that and it's rolled on out of the way. Swept up, still got to pick that up yet. And from here, I'm just going to start stripping everything off the sides of the engine bays so I can start working with everything in here on both sides. So if I start pulling the harness back. I need to remove the ABS still over here, and then everything over here needs to be removed. And that's what I'm going to try to do today, but it is so hot. I got to have this fan going. It makes a ton of noise. So I'm just going to do a time lapse here. Hope you enjoy it. I'm sure it's very, very excited. Wants me to take this thing apart. You know, it is what it is, but got to film something. So stick around. It's going to be worth it in the end. break from here. My other son just showed up to talk to him, and we'll get started with that later. Be right back. All right. Welcome back. Oldest son stopped by with a friend of his, and they did me a favor and got this side cleared off. I didn't have them on camera. We were talking and everything, so. Anyways, like I said, they got this side stripped up for me. So now I got to decide what I'm going to do from here. What's my plan? Do I keep what's here as far as the frame rails? Or do I just cut it all out and start over? And honestly, I could get by with it, the rails on here, and just remove the intersection, because like I said, the whole axle's moving forward. So these buckets all got to get cut out. But then I got to plate the outside of this. The steering box has to be moved forward. Which means I got to redo all this anyway. So guess what? We're going to make frame rails all the way out to the both. All the way out to here. 2x4. Gonna take all this out of here. Except I think I can get by with leaving this section right here. Given that everything's moving forward, there's no reason to chunk all this out of here. I want to keep fenders on it. Now I am considering dove nosing it. Yeah, probably dove nose it. Maybe 2 inches aside. We'll have to see how practical that is, because I really don't want to modify everything. As I said earlier, I want to make sure that I don't disturb, and I don't think it really would be a big deal. But that said, it hasn't been in the DMV yet to get it transferred in my name. But I don't want to disturb this sheet metal from here to here. There's no way a guy can say, that doesn't belong there, it doesn't belong to it. Well, yeah, it does, because it's never been cut. I can take everything out, blow it, which is fine. And I think I'll make it work. Whew. And like I said, it is very hot. The sun's now blazing on the back side of the house, heating the garage up. And of course, I got the blower off right now. But I think I'm going to end this video here while I sort out cutting on this, and I may start filming this short bits and pieces here and maybe build a thing up. It's going to take a lot of time to cut it out, but as hot as it is, it's going to be cut for 10 minutes, chill out for 10 or 15 minutes, cut for 10 more minutes. So it's going to take a couple of days to chunk this out. And filming all that together, I'll figure something out and make it worthwhile, make it worth watching. I will do one side at a time. So this side will stay undisturbed. I'll modify that side, as I've done with the rest of this rig. I build it one side at a time, figure out what I'm doing, fix any mistakes I make in the process, and then just duplicate it on the other side. I think it saves me time in the end. But I also want to keep this motor secure. I don't want it to move front to back or side to side. And if I leave one of these sides completely intact, that motor stays put. But I will support it up underneath to keep it from tilting over, because I will have to release the one motor mount. And I'll probably start the driver's side first. So that means steering box is loose as far as its mounting bolts, so I'll probably go ahead and take the mounting bolts out of it, take the steering shaft out, and then take a wire hanger and just hang it off the power steering pump for the time being. Eventually it'll have to come out and get tapped for hydro assist. But holy smokes, we went from being extremely wet to extremely hot. I just wish hot weather would figure itself out. Normally this is August weather, but it's only supposed to last a few days and then go back to normal temperatures. And hopefully for that point we'll be in full summer, 80 degrees, hopefully not the humidity to match. It is so muggy, my air conditioner downstairs, all the ductwork's sweating. So that's because I made a mistake and had the garage door open to the house for about 30 minutes and got all the moisture in the house. Anyways, my mistake there. But that was garage. Working on the front end. We got Dana 60 to build. Got this front end to build. Once that's all done, we skin everything, paint it all up, throw some seats in it, get some cage work done on the outside. But we're looking forward, hopefully, to being the wild card entry. And yeah, we're going to keep it under budget. I promise you. No, I don't want to sell for $7,000, but I will. It's been a bit of a pet project, actually. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time. That was the garage. We're out of here.